Hello and welcome in everybody to this afternoon's broadcast. Week 3 of the 2021 NFL season has arrived, and it's an intriguing intra-conference matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the New England Patriots from Foxborough, Massachusetts. A beautiful 72-degree afternoon at Gillette Stadium, and the Patriots battle the Saints, both teams with a 1-1 record coming into this afternoon's matchup, and we are ready to kick this one off just past a 1 p.m. local time kickoff. And looking at the standings in each division in the NFC South, the Panthers 3-0, the Bucks 2-0, the Falcons 0-2, and of course, as I mentioned, the Saints 1-1. Meanwhile, for the Patriots in the AFC East, it's the Bills standing at 1-1 as well after a statement victory last week against the Dolphins. The Dolphins also 1-1. The Jets, the lone 0-2 team, with the Patriots at a 500 record through their opening 2 games as well. We're off and running as that kick is into the end zone for a touchback, and it's the New Orleans Saints, starting with the ball. Jameis Winston impressed in week 1 with 5 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Week 2, quite the opposite. No touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. So we'll see what Winston and the Saints offense can produce here. Of course, New Orleans had that statement victory in the opening week against Green Bay. And, well, the game against the Panthers didn't quite go the same way as they handed off to Kamara on the first play from scrimmage. And that's a great job by Juwan Bentley. Forward progress may give Kamara a yard, but that's all. What's going on? Mike Karam, Ventura, Freddy's, thanks for tuning in. Armstead, Pet, Ruiz, Thorpe, Morton, and Ramchick on the O-line. Callaway, Harris, Montgomery, Trotman, and the aforementioned Kamara. Some of the skilled players for the Saints offense. 2nd down and 9 coming up. And I know you're looking forward to tomorrow night, Karam, for that Cowboys-Eagles game. They go to Kamara again, and no gain on the play. It's Dietrich Wise making the stop at the line of scrimmage. Look at the Patriots defense. On the defensive line, there's Wise, Guy, and Godcho, as well as Judon, Hightower, and Van Noy. Meanwhile, in the secondary, you have Jackson, Phillips, McCourty, Jones, and Mills. 3rd down and 9 now for the New Orleans Saints. The Patriots looking to force a 3-and-out. Winston dropping back, has time in the pocket, but the throw is off the fingers of Chris Hogan and incomplete. Hogan, the former Patriot. And the Saints indeed will go 3-and-out on their opening drive. Thank you, Ventura Fredis. Things are going well here in Massachusetts. That's your responsibility, Mike, to say what you're gonna do when the Pats defense gets a turnover. Blake Gillikin, the punter for the Saints. Gunnar Olszewski back to return. You have red zone on, Karam. Yep, smart move. As Gillikin's punt is high into the air, a line drive. Fair catch called for and made at the 23-yard line by Olszewski. So 13:37 left in the opening quarter. The Saints' first drive short-lived, and now we see Mac Jones and the Patriots offense for the first time this afternoon. Jones, the first quarterback with a 70-plus completion percentage in each of his first 2 career games with a minimum of 10 attempts. I think, the overall assessment of Jones through the first 2 weeks is that, he's been conservative yet efficient, and we'll see if he attempts some, deeper throws here in week 3 as Damian Harris gets a touch on the first play from scrimmage. That's a 6-yard pickup. And a look at the Patriots O-line. They have Wynn Onwenu, Andrews, Mason, and Haran. Meanwhile, the skilled players, Aguilar, Myers, Henry, Smith, and Harris. Yeah, I don't have red zone either, Mike. I kind of regret. I wish I did have it, but it's too expensive for me to get. It's yeah. So I don't have red zone either. Second down and 3. Jones gonna launch down the sideline, but he overshoots Nelson Aguilar. It's incomplete. 3rd and 3. Well, I just said about a minute ago, will Mac Jones be willing to, take a few more risks and have a couple of those deep balls? He wasn't afraid to look for Aguilar that time. Just overthrew him. 3rd down and 3. 12:52 left in the opening quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mac Jones under pressure, going to throw over the shoulder, but it's too far for James White. And the Patriots, just like the Saints, will go 3 and out on their opening drives of the game. So Mac Jones, 2 consecutive incomplete passes and an underwhelming start to the game for the Patriots offense. Out comes the punter for New England, Jake Bailey. It's only $13 a month. Really, Karam? I thought it was more than that. Well, I have Comcast, and I think Red Zone's on like the most expensive package, which is too much to pay for me, as that is a solid return. Breaking free was Deontay Harris, and he makes it all the way out to the 30-yard line, making something out of nothing. Did Deontay Harris do right there? All right, Jameis Winston and the New Orleans offense will take the field once more early on in this matchup, and both teams going 3 and out on their opening drives. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. I'm Samuel Reese. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday afternoon. NFL Sundays never disappoint, do they? No score between the Saints and the Patriots. A battle of 2 teams with a record of 1-1. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. As Winston will throw laterally, and that's caught, and some good blocking to open up room down the sideline. Alvin Kamara with a catch and run of 9 yards to set up 2nd and short. Alvin Kamara in week 1 against Green Bay, 20 rushes, 3 catches, 91 total yards, and a touchdown Week 2 against Carolina, though, 8 rushes, just 4 catches for 30 yards and no touchdowns. Those 30 yards, his fewest in a game since 2017. And it already looks like he's on pace to surpass last week's forgettable performance as it's handed off to him once more. A nice carry up the middle, and it's the first down of the game for either team. This definitely feels like a must win from the Patriots' perspective, just because of the fact that they obviously welcome Tampa Bay to town next week. And of course, the Buccaneers will be the favorites in that one. And if you're the Patriots, you do not want to start the season 1-3. Not to say that the Buccaneers is an automatic loss, but the odds will certainly be against them. And that's a great play. The tackle made in the backfield by Godcho, the new acquisition from the Miami Dolphins. He had a quiet first couple of weeks, but he was all over Alvin Kamara that time. And he's fired up about it as well. 2nd down and 10. Kamara with no gain. He's already run the ball 4 times. From the 45, Winston, a couple of pump fakes. He's under pressure. Has to throw it in the dirt. Arriving in a hurry was Dietrich Wise. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Saints. Winston looking to his right, trying to get around Wise, but there just was no escaping him. And eventually Winston had to play it safe and settle for the incompletion. So a big 3rd down on the way, and this crowd at Gillette Stadium getting into it. Winston drops back, has some time in the pocket, and delivers an accurate throw to Deontay Harris. It's a 12-yard completion and a New Orleans 1st down. Well, that was some composure there in the pocket from Jameis Winston. Had great protection from his offensive line. Able to buy some time and connect with Harris. And now an injured player for the Saints being attended to, and that looks like it's the offensive tackle, Teron Armstead. So injury timeout, 10:26 left in the opening quarter. No score, New Orleans on the move. Welcome back from the injury timeout. Teron Armstead, offensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints, was the player down, required some medical attention. And looking back on the replay, let's see exactly what happened. It looked like he was clutching his wrist. Yeah, it was an attempted block, and it was just an awkward one where perhaps he twisted his wrist. So here's Winston. Plenty of time to launch over the middle, and he has a man that's caught by Kenny Stills. A first down and much more for New Orleans as the Saints are on the move deep in the Patriots territory now. What's going on, Vaughn? Welcome in, man. I know, long time no see indeed. Great to have you here. Or Van, sorry, Van. My apologies. Yeah, great to see you. As it's 1st and 10. They are at the 26-yard line, Mike. 26-yard line. It's handed off to Kamara, and he charges ahead for about a 7-yard pickup to the 19. 2nd down and 3 on the way. So the Saints in the red zone. And what's been a promising drive. Kenny Stills in his 9th season, 311 catches, 4,860 yards, and 37 touchdowns. Stills has bounced around with a couple of teams. He used to be in the AFC East when he was with the Dolphins. Spent a little bit of time in Houston. 2nd down and 3. It's Kamara again up the gut. It's a first down for New Orleans, taken to the 14-yard line. And I beg your pardon, that's Tony Jones. So the first carry wasn't Alvin Kamara. Tony Jones able to acquire the first down. Why haven't I been streaming as much? Because I've been really busy. School started a couple weeks ago. I've been commentating 3 to 4 games a week for my school on the local TV channel, as that's a pass in traffic, and it was incomplete as Adrian Phillips, I believe, got a touch. He was able to break it up, and that was an interesting sequence as Trotman was the intended target. Looked like it was nearly picked off as well. Judon was in there. And the current drive, 9 plays, 55 yards for New Orleans. And this is handed off to Taysom Hill. Hill, the guy who can do it all for the Saints offense. But yeah, it's been a combination of things why I haven't been able to stream as much as I did over the summer. Yeah, school started. I'm in the process of applying to colleges. Yeah, I've been commentating my high school's games for soccer, field hockey, and football. So I've been super busy with that every week. And then I'm a soccer referee every Saturday. So Saturday, I'm pretty much on the fields all day doing like 3 games, refereeing 3 games. But, it's a good part-time job as Winston fires over the middle. Kamara walks in for a touchdown. And the New Orleans Saints strike first in Foxborough. Yeah, I saw that Chelsea lost. I saw a little bit of that game before I had to leave to referee. I mean, you can't blame the referee. Man City just played a really good game at the end of the day. So the Saints strike first. Winston over the middle to a wide open Kamara. A receiving touchdown for the star running back, and the extra point is knocked through by the kicker, Will Lutz. 7-0, Saints in front. Jameis Winston leading the Saints downfield on the second drive of the game, and Alvin Kamara, the multifunctional running back, able to put the Saints on the board. I don't know, Mike. It was pretty bad coverage, in all honesty. Kamara was wide open over the middle of the field. Really a routine touchdown for New Orleans. We'll see how New England responds right after this. Welcome back, 7-0. The Saints on the board first. An impressive drive from Jameis Winston and the New Orleans offense. Alvin Kamara leading the way for the Saints. New Orleans, who will finally head back home after this game tonight. The scoring drive for New Orleans, 11 plays, 69 yards, just under 5 minutes, capped off by a Kamara 11-yard touchdown catch. Winston was 4 of 6 for 49 yards on the drive, as the Let's will kick it off to the Patriots, and that's in the end zone for a touchback. Of course, the Saints have been away from New Orleans for about a month now after the devastating hurricane. But it's good to see that, the city of New Orleans and the surrounding areas throughout Louisiana are being restored. And the Saints, of course, in the opening week of the season, played what was supposed to be a home game in Jacksonville against Green Bay. You're watching the Chiefs game, Van? All right, there you go. Yep, a lot of options on this Sunday afternoon as Mac Jones is under pressure, nowhere to escape. It's a sack for the Saints to open up the drive. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and that looked too easy for New Orleans defense. Here is their defense: Granderson, Roach, Ringo, and Jordan on the defensive line, as well as Bond and Davis. In the secondary for the Saints, it's Adebo, Jenkins, Williams, Gardner-Johnson, and Hasty. 3 wide in motion for the Patriots was Aguilar, and that's nothing on the play. A pass into the backfield and an immediate tackle made by the Saints. 3rd down and long coming up. Making the play that time was Demario Davis. You want the Chiefs to lose, Van? Yeah, I'm with you, man. I can't stand the Chiefs as a Patriots fan. What's up, Yoshi Bros? Welcome in. That pass was completed to J.J. Taylor. 3rd down and 16, and now Jones has thrown for -1 yards so far in this game. Jones stepping up in the pocket, throwing to the sideline. Diving catch is made by Bourne, but he'll be 2 yards short of the 1st down marker. Oh, really, Yoshi Bros? The Leafs beat the Canadians 4-1 in their first preseason game. Yeah, I didn't even realize the NHL preseason started. Yeah, I think actually now that you mention it, the Bruins have a preseason game today, which is crazy. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, I believe you're right. So Jake Bailey out to punt already for the 2nd time this afternoon. It's not the start that the Patriots offense was seeking. And this is a punt that lands out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like they'll put it at the 16-yard line. Well, the Saints offense got going a little while ago, and now the defense stepping up as well. 7-0. New Orleans in front with 5:25 left in the opening quarter. No, I'm not going to stream that, Yoshi Bros. I have stuff that I need to get done. Plus, it's just the preseason, so I probably won't do any preseason games. But once the regular season starts, I'll definitely be doing some Bruins games, no doubt about that. I'll be back after a quick break. The Saints once again back with the ball, leading 7-0. Welcome back in, everybody. Saints up 7-0. And what's going on, um, Gabriel, right? If I'm remembering your name correctly. Welcome into the stream, man. Yeah, good morning to you out west. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here, but I know it's morning for you. So good morning to you. I'm doing pretty well. Although I'm not too happy about, this sluggish start from the Patriots, but obviously, we're still very early into this game. About 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Alvin Kamara with a 6-yard rush. This season, he's run the ball 19 times, 20 receptions as well. He, of course, caught that touchdown pass last drive for New Orleans. That was the 6th carry of the game moments ago. 2nd and 4. Kamara gets it again and picks up 5 to move the chains for New Orleans. So Kamara keeps plugging away. 6 first downs for the Saints already. Only 6 offensive plays for the Patriots today. Contrasting production on offense so far. Once again, Kamara in the backfield. 2 receivers wide, 1 on each side. Winston looking to throw, goes to the right sideline. And reaching out to make the catch was Marquez Callaway. And forward progress may very well give him the first down. Yeah, that's right, Gabriel. That's right, man. Arsenal just won. I was watching some of that game before this Patriots game started. And yeah, what a first half it was from Arsenal against Tottenham in the North London derby. And yeah, the Whitecaps won yesterday. Absolutely. And indeed, the ball is placed at the 37. First down and 10 for the Saints. In motion is Deontay Harris. And it's handed off. A short gain for Kamara. Making the tackle that time was Godcho. Bill Belichick doesn't seem too pleased right now, understandably so. It's been a bit of a sluggish opening quarter of play from New England thus far. Eight carries now for Kamara. He's in the backfield. Winston, play action, looking for Kamara, and indeed it's actually Tony Jones who he was seeking out. He makes the catch along the sideline. Winovich forcing him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and a yard for New Orleans. This is a big play here as the Patriots try to make the stop. That was Jones' first reception, the backup running back for the Saints. And the crowd is on their feet at Gillette Stadium. A crucial 3rd and 1 from the New Orleans 46-yard line. Adam Trotman was in motion. Winston, quick pass out wide, bobbled but caught all the way to the 41-yard line of New England. Goes, I believe, Callaway. Let's check that here. Yep, it was Marquez Callaway. And the Saints executed that with ease on 3rd and short. Eventually in with the tackle for the Patriots was J.C. Jackson. Oh, the Chargers stripped the ball. Really, Van? All right. Callaway, 5 catches this season for 46 yards. 90 seconds remaining now in the opening quarter. And a fresh set of downs for the visiting team. Winston dropping back, has fine protection. Short pass underneath, complete. As he finds Tony Jones. All right, we got our first update in this afternoon of games in the early window. Washington at Buffalo. Emmanuel Sanders with a 28-yard touchdown reception. The Bills strike first in that one. It's 7-0 with about 2:11 remaining in the first quarter. Of course, Patriots fans like myself will have a keen eye on that game. Buffalo, just like New England and Miami, 1-1. No team undefeated in the AFC East. Play action here. Winston, plenty of time, launching deep downfield for the end zone. It's incomplete, as it was intended for Kenny Stills. Great coverage by Devin McCourty. And in the end, it looked like a bit of an overthrow from Jameis Winston, as Stills ended up beyond the end zone. If he had made the catch, probably would have been out of bounds. Yeah. But nonetheless, Devin McCourty did well in coverage. Great recovery at the last second. And thanks, Leo, for tuning in. You say Winston is horrible. I mean, I wouldn't say he's horrible. That's a bit harsh. I would say, as on 3rd and 6 and the play clock winding down, the Saints burn their first time out. Appreciate you guys tuning in on the Sunday afternoon, week 3 of the NFL season. And yeah, this was a game that I was certainly, looking forward to as a Patriots fan. I think the Patriots came in as a 3-point favorite, I want to say. And I don't know, New Orleans are an interesting team because they, of course, crushed Green Bay in surprising fashion opening week, but then they came back down to earth a bit in last week's loss against Carolina. How about the Panthers, by the way, who are now 3-0? But I'd say overall, it's too early in the season to say, but I just feel like the Saints their performance last week is more representative of a more accurate representation of how good this team actually is. But who knows? Taysom Hill here is under center, and Hill's going to run with it. He gets to the outside, cutting back towards the middle, and a great hit by J.C. Jackson stops him a good 4 yards short, make it 3 yards short of the first down. So Sean Payton trying to work some trickery. And he's not afraid to do that with Taysom Hill, who can really play any position you want him to for the Saints offense. But as Hill tried to cut back towards the middle, it was a nice hit delivered by J.C. Jackson, who is up to the task, and a big 3rd down stop from New England, who will use their first timeout, interestingly enough. So both teams with 2 timeouts remaining in the half, which will be more relevant come the latter stages of the second quarter. And New Orleans prepared to attempt a field goal. It's Aldrick Rosas ready for the try. He's 1 for 1 on the season. That one field goal converted this season was from 44 yards out. And this attempt will be 8 yards further back from 52 yards out. We'll see if Rosas can extend the New Orleans lead. The snap is good. The hold is good, but that ball veers wide left. The kick is off the mark from Aldrick Rosas, and the Patriots will take over in prime field position as it stays a 1-score game. Well, it was a fine hold from Gillikin, and I don't know if it was the wind or what, but it looked on target at first, halfway through its trajectory. But then all of a sudden, it just veered rather quickly to the left of the field goal post, and the Patriots take over from their 42-yard line, but it's not a great start to the drive. The handoff to Harris results in a loss of 2, the tackle by Gardner Johnson, and that brings us down to the conclusion of the first quarter. 15 minutes played. And an interesting game thus far. 7-0 Saints lead, but after a missed field goal, Patriots have the football. We'll continue live coverage of this one after the break. Second quarter is next. Welcome back in, everybody, as we head to the second quarter. All right, Van. So the Chargers just took the lead over the Chiefs, but missed the extra point, apparently. All right. So here we go to the second quarter, 2nd and 12 for New England, trailing 7-0. Jones looking to throw over the middle. He connects with Jakobi Meyers. And that will be about a 7-yard completion. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Ball on the 47-yard line of New England. Early second quarter here at Gillette Stadium. Jones looking to his right. He has protection, but the throw is incomplete. That one landed around the feet of Jakobi Meyers, and the Patriots, for the 3rd consecutive drive to start this game, will have to punt away. Jones just hasn't quite looked comfortable in the pocket. And the Saints brought the pressure. Cameron Jordan was approaching Jones in a hurry. So out comes Jake Bailey. And was that offsides? Was that offsides against New Orleans? Flag thrown. It's actually our first penalty of the game. And Jake Bailey was immediately signaling it's against the Saints. But it isn't. John Hussey, in his 7th season as an NFL referee, announcing the penalty here. And it was actually against the Patriots. Joe Cardona, the long snapper, in fact, was the one who jumped the gun. What's going on, Gabriel? Patriots have been struggling offensively. That's what's been going on. So the punt from Bailey will occur 5 yards further back. This is a high arching punt and landing in the end zone. And the Saints will begin the drive from the 20. Early second quarter. 45 seconds into it, in fact, and Mac Jones just unable to get into a rhythm thus far. The whole offense hasn't been able to. Frustrating start, to say the least, if you're a New England fan. A rather quiet atmosphere currently at Gillette Stadium as New Orleans offense will once more take the field. Mac Jones will talk things over with Josh McDaniels on the sideline. Still just a 7-point game. That's something to keep in mind. Despite the wretched start for the Patriots offense, the defense has made a couple of nice plays to keep this a one-possession ball game. And this Saints drive will begin from the 20. Winston thus far, 8 of 12 for 83 yards and a touchdown. What can he do here on this drive? Play action. Winston with time. He'll throw down the right sideline. Incomplete. The pass intended for Juwan Johnson, the tight end, and it was closer to being picked off than caught, as it was just beyond the outstretched hand of New England's Juwan Williams. Williams, a cornerback. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Two wide, one on each side. And it's Kamara in the backfield. He'll get the carry, but Kamara dragged down, I should say, by Dietrich Wise. Nicely executed tackle. And it's 3rd and 7 coming up after the 3-yard gain from Alvin Kamara. Jawan Bentley substituted in for New England. Chase Winovich also on the field. Here we go. on 3rd and 7. 6 at the line for New England. They bring the pressure. Winston trying to escape. He escapes the sack once, trying to spin away, but only gains 2 on the play as Kyle Van Noy made the tackle, and the New Orleans Saints will go 3 and out. Kyle Van Noy returning from a throat injury. He missed the week 2 matchup last Sunday against the Jets. Obviously an important part of this defense, and Winston got by Christian Barmore, but Van Noy able to drag him down eventually. And here's Gunnar Olszewski on the return. He'll take it out to the 38. So with 12:46 left in the second quarter, it's still a 7-0 ball game. Saints in the lead. It's been all about the defense so far as we have a penalty marker down. And what will this call be? It is holding against the Patriots. Chase Winovich, the guilty one here. So now Mac Jones and the Patriots offense will come back onto the field, but first a quick timeout. 12:46 left in the half. New Orleans by a touchdown. Welcome back. A low-scoring game thus far. New England with no first downs in the first quarter for the first time since 2018. It was a wretched first quarter of offense. We'll see if that can change here in the second. Here's an aggressive run by Damian Harris, eventually thrown back by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, there was another fumble in that Chiefs-Chargers game. Wow, Van. Yeah, that seems like a good game. I wish I could check in on that, but here in Massachusetts, there's only this game, the Saints-Patriots, in the 1 o'clock window of games, and then there's 2 4 o'clock games they're showing in our area. Jets-Broncos, and then Buccaneers-Rams, as that's handed off to Harris again, a 2-yard gain. Nice play by Bill Murray. Sorry, not Bill Murray. That was for the Saints. Number 97. Make it Malcolm Roach. Yeah, so I don't know why here in Massachusetts they're showing Jets Broncos at 4 instead of the Chiefs-Chargers game right now. Well, I kind of do know. It's because they want, people in this region to just watch the Patriots game and have this game be the only game shown in the 1 o'clock window, as this is handed off, and to the outside goes Harris. He has a first down, and at last the Patriots move the chains, and now not a good sign for New England as Damian Harris is down writhing in pain. Oh yeah, it looked like he landed awkwardly on his knee. His knee hit the turf in a violent fashion as Demario Davis made the tackle. And with 11:23 left in the first half, we have an injury timeout. Damian Harris, the man down. Hopefully we can provide an update shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. And it was actually James White who got injured. I apologize about that. I was almost confident it was 37. No, it was number 28. So James White carted off the field, and Jones delivers a nice pass over the middle, but it's dropped by Jonnu Smith as he was sandwiched by two New Orleans safeties. One of them being Williams, Marcus Williams, that is. Oh, and Jonnu Smith had a hand on it, just couldn't haul it in. And wow, Van. So 14-0 Chargers. Wow. All right. Looks like we got a good game over there. In motion for New England was Bourne, and this is a looping pass caught by Damian Harris. He's immediately tackled. Demario Davis in coverage. It was actually Hunter Henry in motion on the last play. Good movement in the pocket from Mac Jones, and the pass on the mark. Demario Davis last week against the Panthers, 12 tackles, which accounted for a team high. 3rd down and 8. Myers pinches in. Jones looking to his right. The throw is caught by Henry, and forward progress will give him the first down. This is better for Mac Jones and the New England offense. Yeah, I'd like to see the Chargers beat the Chiefs as well, to be honest. Yeah. Hunter Henry wrapped up by P.J. Williams. Mac Jones now 5 of 9 for 31 yards. 3 receivers lined up. Play action. Jones has to escape. Launching deep down the sideline. That ball is incomplete. Intended for Jonnu Smith, but batted down by Malcolm Jenkins. Well, Jones showing his arm strength. He was nearly sacked on this play, able to get it out in the nick of time, and he had Smith open. It wasn't the worst of throws, but in the end, it was solid coverage from Jenkins, the safety. 2nd and 10, under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Jones steps into a throw out wide, but it's off the mark to Jacoby Myers. 3rd and 10 coming. We have another update for you, and as Van was mentioning, that Chargers-Chiefs game, quite entertaining as Austin Eckler just had a 16-yard touchdown reception. It's 14-0, Chargers in front with 7:36 left in the second quarter of play. How about that? We'll continue to keep you updated with that game and all of the other games taking place here in the 1 o'clock window. In the backfield for New England is Brandon Bolden after White got injured. Jones trying to buy time. The throw is a risky one, but hauled in by Hunter Henry at the 49-yard line. Well, how about that? It is still short of the first down nonetheless, as the Saints were defending deep. And reading that one all the way was Marcus Williams for New Orleans. 4th and 5, Jake Bailey out to punt. The returner will be number 11, Deontay Harris. Oh, and that was nearly blocked. It was partially blocked. It now bounces at midfield, and the Saints will pick it up at the 50. And how about that? New Orleans special teams comes up with the big play. The punt was blocked by Andrew Dowell, and the Saints take over at right about midfield. Wow, it wasn't a full-on block, but Dowell got enough of it that ball was hanging in the air for a long time. It almost went straight up. Yeah, Dowell got a left hand to it, it appeared. And that ball was hanging in the air for a while before it eventually dropped down. And New Orleans take over at midfield. In fact, they place it at the 49 of New England. See if they can take advantage. Hand it off to Kamara. Kamara finding a seam and takes advantage for an 8-yard gain to the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 2, 8.5 left in the second quarter. And the Patriots still not on the board. First things first, the Patriots defense looking to stop the Saints offense from taking a 2-possession lead. In motion from right to left is Deontay Harris. Instead, it's handed off, and up the middle goes Kamara for a first down before Jackson made the tackle. Rather, that was Arma. I beg your pardon. Fullback for the Saints. Now on the New England 36. Fresh set of downs. Winston hands it off. Kamara looking for some blocks. He'll only get a yard. Good job by the Patriots defense that time. Lawrence Guy making the play. Gotta love the work ethic of Juwan Bentley for the Patriots. That middle linebacker leading the way. He's a hard-working leader for this Patriots defense. 2nd down and 8. Juwan Bentley now wearing number 8 after they altered the requirements regarding jersey numbers. That's a lateral pass caught in the backfield, and Kamara takes off down the sideline. Does he have the first down? The ball was popped loose at the last second, but I think he was already out. And they'll give him the first down. Let's see here. Yeah, he was already out of bounds by the time that ball was punched out by Jonathan Jones. With that being said, I'm not sure if Kamara did get the first down based on the replay, but the officials give it to him anyways. Ball at the 25 of New England. Another carry, this time Tony Jones. And the run game for New Orleans has been quite efficient. That's a 7-yard pickup down the left side. And they'll give him 6, actually. 2nd and 4 with 6 minutes left in the half. New Orleans breaks the huddle. Ball on the 19-yard line of the Patriots. Play action. Winston in trouble, and he's brought down for a sack. It's Matt Judon, the new Patriots player acquired from the Ravens, making the play in the backfield. And it sets up 3rd and about 10, I want to say. Maybe 3rd and 11 or 12. We'll see. Yeah, great play by Judon. He got to Winston in a hurry, and that's exactly the type of play that New England was desperate for. It will be 3rd down and 12. The first sack of the game for the Patriots. Winston hands it off. Kamara taking off. He's hit hard at the 19. A play made by Jonathan Jones, and New Orleans will have to settle for a field goal attempt. Remember, they missed their first one. Aldrick Rosas missing from 52 first time around. Nah, that's your responsibility, Mike, to say that. Not me. Aldrick Rosas now out to attempt a much closer field goal. 36-yard attempt here, and he puts it wide. Aldrick Rosas 0 for 2 on the day. The 36-yard attempt shanked wide left, and the Patriots somehow keep it a 1-score game. Huge miss, and it stays 7-0. 4:13 left in quarter 2, and the Patriots will take over after this. Welcome back, everybody. So, how about that? Two field goal misses from Rosas. The first one, understandable from 52 yards out, but the 36-yard field goal attempt was going wide all the way. And New Orleans have had the possession, has had possession of the ball for 18 minutes, 10 more than the Patriots. Yet it's still a 7-0 lead. That's it. And now the New England offense back to work. It's a 1-yard carry for Damian Harris. 4 minutes left in the half. Second and 9 on the way. And what an interesting first half this has been. Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for New England, hoping for an efficient drive because there hasn't been one yet. Play action. Jones, with plenty of time, delivers a complete pass to Jakobi Meyers. 18 yards, 1st and 10 for New England. Meyers running across the field, and that's a perfectly placed pass from Mac Jones. Meyers, 12 catches on the season for 106 yards now. Jonnu Smith motioning inside. Jones, play action once again. He's got time once more, but this throw is off target, looking for Meyers again. 2nd down and 10 after that incomplete pass. Second down on the way. Mac Jones, 7 of 14 this afternoon. But as mentioned, the good thing for New England is that it's still just a 7-point ball game. Jones against the blitz, throws incomplete. That pass batted down by Demario Davis. And New Orleans played that one real nicely. Jonnu Smith, the intended target. And that's just a great play by Demario Davis. So, a 3rd down and 10 for New England. They're just 2 of 6 on the day on 3rd down conversions. Brandon Bolden in the backfield to the left of Jones. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones has his throw intercepted over the middle. It's picked off by the Saints, and look at this return down the sideline. Still on his feet and inside the 10 of New England. Goes Ellis. Well, that is a devastating play for the Patriots. Caden Ellis with a rather easy interception over the middle of the field. I think Jones on the pass had his arm deflected, had his arm grazed, and the pass in the end was there for the taking. And yeah, Jones was lit up on the play. A blistering hit delivered. Oh, the hit was delivered by Caden Ellis. My apologies. Fox put up on the graphics that the interception was by him. It was actually P.J. Williams with the pick. I apologize. And Williams with a great return as well, all the way inside the 10 of the Patriots. And it's Mac Jones' first interception as a Patriot. Oh, and are they giving the Saints the touchdown here? I don't know what's going on. There's a scoring review taking place. I'm a bit confused myself. I'll tell you what's the word after this quick commercial break. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back in, everybody. So, on that return after the interception, apparently they ruled it a fumble on the field. And oops, wrong thing. Apparently they ruled it a fumble on the field, which I didn't even realize. I thought Williams was absolutely down. He was. So that's why the scoring review took place. And indeed, PJ Williams was down before the ball came out. So no touchdown so no pick six for the Saints, but they do take over at the New England 9 as I originally thought. And it's first and goal for Jameis Winston. Hand it off to Kamara. Kamara trying to go up the middle, and what a run that is. Kamara just spinning through all the way to the 4 or even 3 yard line. If the Saints wanted to, they could bring the clock down to the 2-minute warning. Well, that first career interception for Mac Jones had to come at some point, and it has come here in week 3. And indeed, New Orleans will elect to wind the clock down to the 2-minute warning. So 7-0, the Saints in the lead. However, they are very close to another touchdown. That interception by P.J. Williams on Mac Jones has set up the Saints nicely here, and it's a quiet crowd in Foxborough. Final 2 minutes of the half are right after this quick break. Outside of the 2-minute warning, it's 7-0, Saints in front. Man, they are just about 4 yards from the end zone now. Second and goal. Kamara motions right. Winston surveying his options. Pressure from behind, and down he goes. It's a sack for New England. Dietrich Wise, who's had an impactful first 2 quarters, makes the play. It's now third and goal, and a loss of 4 on the play, I believe. Maybe 3. We'll see where they put it. Matt Judon as well, helping out Wise. And has Bill Belichick used his second timeout? I think he might have, to save some clock with 1:50 left in the half. And yeah, it was a 3-yard loss. So 3rd and goal from the 7 coming up for the Saints. Let's see what New Orleans can do. The crowd at Gillette Stadium is coming alive here for 3rd and goal. Play clock down to 1. The snap off in time. Play action. Winston in trouble. Throws to the end zone, and it's hauled in for the catch. What a catch that was in the back of the end zone by Marquez Callaway. We do have a flag on the play. So wait a minute. It's against New England. That penalty declined, holding against the Patriots. And so Jameis Winston delivers an incredible pass to Marquez Callaway. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 lead. And Callaway was actually the one held, I believe, by Jonathan Jones. And Winston was in the process of getting sacked by Kyle Duggar when he released the pass in the nick of time and found Callaway in the back of the end zone. The extra point converted by Rosas, and the Saints lead has been doubled. 14-0 the score. And that's just an insane play by Jameis Winston. And an incredible catch as well, I should mention, by Callaway. He had to leap up to haul that one in and keep both feet in bounds in the end zone, I should say, as well, because he was covered tightly by Jonathan Jones, who committed a penalty on Callaway just a few seconds before that. But Callaway got up, recovered nicely, and made the catch. And with 1:44 left in the half, the Patriots lead 14-0. A packed house at Gillette Stadium, and I'm sure some disgruntled fans. The Patriots do get ball to start the second half, so this drive right here just crucial, as Rosas will send this one beyond the end zone, and the Patriots will start from the 25. Mac Jones' last drive threw the interception that ultimately led to a Saints touchdown moments ago. New England have one timeout remaining. If they can score on this drive, they'll then get the ball to start the second half. So this could be a momentum swing as Jones completes over the middle, Bourne breaking free, and he's across the 45 of New Orleans. What a way to start the drive from the Patriots. And now New England hurry up to the line of scrimmage. The clock is ticking. New England holding on to that final timeout. Here comes the snap. Jones looking left, takes the hit, but delivers a complete pass. Nelson Aguilar along the sideline, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:17 to go. And all of a sudden, it's a New England offense coming alive just like that. The ball already at the 31 of the Saints. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones stepping up. He has room, and he'll slide into the 27-yard line, about a 4-yard pickup. And, or actually, they'll only give him 2, so 2nd and 8. And the clock has been stopped as New Orleans now used a timeout. Yes, they have. That's an interesting move by the Saints as they use their second timeout. Coming up next on the halftime report, I'll get you up to date on all of the action around the National Football League. A lot of great games taking place. What's up, Gabriel? Welcome back in, man. Welcome back in. So 1:12 left in the half. Each team now with one timeout remaining, 2nd and 8 for the Patriots. Brandon Bolden motions wide right. He's lined up as a receiver along the sideline. Jones in the shotgun formation throws to the sideline. Catch is made as Myers is bumped out of bounds by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Stops the clock again with 1:08 to play. 3rd down and 1. Mac Jones, 10 of 19, 105 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Trying to change that in this drive. Bolden in the backfield. He'll get it. Bolden trying to push forward, but he won't get the first down. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. And what does Bill Belichick decide to do here? Do they keep the offense out there? It looks like they are. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. This is the first 4th down conversion attempt for New England, although now a timeout is called by New Orleans with 39 seconds to go in the half, and that's the final timeout for the Saints in this first half. Well, talk about a big play coming up. The Saints on their second drive of the game found the end zone. Winston connecting with Kamara, and then the Saints would pick off Mac Jones earlier this quarter. Great return on the interception by P.J. Williams, and that would ultimately set up an impressive touchdown pass from Jameis Winston into the back of the end zone as he found Marquez Callaway. New England 1 timeout left, and here they go on 4th and 1, and we have offside. Flag down. Who's it against? Oh, no. It's on Hunter Henry. Well, that is a big blow. Hunter Henry offsides, and now instead of 4th and 1, it'll be 4th and 6, and instead of going for it, they'll now have to settle for a field goal attempt. Nick Folk out for the first time this afternoon. He's made 33 straight field goals, a team record. Can he make it 34 in a row? This one from 45 yards out. The snap a bit high, the kick on the way, and it is good. Nick Folk slips it inside the right upright, and the Patriots are finally on the board with 34 seconds left in the half, 14-3. The Saints still with a 2-possession lead. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of the broadcast today. Certainly an intriguing first half, and I don't know, that drive right there, I felt like it was one that the Patriots were going to get into the end zone. The way it started, it was looking bright, but they faltered at the end of the drive on that 3rd and 1. I don't think it was the best play call because Bolden was easily stopped at the line of scrimmage. And then that penalty on 4th down and 1 on the offsides from Hunter Henry, just a killer. But the Patriots will take the 3 points. They do get ball to start the second half, keep in mind. New Orleans have no timeouts left, so we'll see what they can do in about the half minute or less that they'll have to work with. Jake Bailey to kick it off. Here we go. It's high into the air, and the return from the 10. This is Callaway looking for room, switching directions, and ultimately tackled at the 24. 27 seconds now on the clock. And a reminder that the big one is later today. It will be an epic clash of two of the best teams in the NFC. The Buccaneers taking on the Rams. Seahawks also taking on the Vikings at the same time. That's after this game. And the Saints will play it safe. Jameis Winston kneels down, and that takes us to halftime. 14-3, the New Orleans Saints leading the New England Patriots after 30 minutes of play. The Patriots will get ball second half, I should say. 30 minutes down, 30 to go, and I'll be back with the halftime report in a moment, so don't go anywhere. The Saints leading by 11 at the break, but still 2 more quarters to play at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. It's the NFC South against the AFC East. The halftime report on the other side, as I'll take a quick break. And in fact, let's have the halftime report right now. Why don't we? I want to go through the highlights right now, so let's do it. Halftime report starts now. And let's roll the highlights, shall we? 14-3 in this game between the Saints and Patriots. Elsewhere in Cleveland, Ohio, the Bears taking on the Browns. And this has also been a low-scoring contest, but Austin Hooper's 13-yard touchdown reception has put the Browns on top 10-3 at halftime. Elsewhere, the Washington football team taking on the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, New York. Josh Allen looking sharp, a 14-yard touchdown reception by Dawson Knox. It's 24-14. Buffalo leads with 1:04 left in the half. Atlanta Falcons, New York Giants from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Eli Manning in attendance for this one. And it's been a closely contested game. Falcons with the 7-6 lead over the Giants. Sterling Shepard picking up what appears to be a hamstring injury for New York. Arizona Cardinals on the East Coast taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville, Florida, and a 68-yard field goal attempt by the Cardinals in the final play of the half was returned by the Jaguars. It was well short, returned in the end zone. They had a player back, and guess what? Jamal Agnew would return it 109 yards for the touchdown. Remarkable. 13-7. Jaguars up at the half. Chargers, Chiefs. This was always going to be a good one from Kansas City. And Patrick Mahomes, a bit uncharacteristic, throwing an interception about midway through the first quarter. And meanwhile, Justin Herbert connecting with Austin Eckler, a 16-yard touchdown reception. It's the Chargers up 14-3 on the Chiefs at the half. Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans from Nashville. A divisional matchup this. Nick Westbrook, a kind with an 18-yard touchdown reception. The Titans have the 14-10 edge over the Colts at the half. Cincinnati Bengals heading to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Joe Burrow leading the way, and what a dime. 34-yard touchdown reception by his former college teammate Jamar Chase. It's the Bengals on top of the Steelers, 14-7. Baltimore Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions in Detroit, Michigan. The Ravens coming off that exciting victory over the Chiefs. Devin Duvernay, a 19-yard touchdown reception. 10-0 Baltimore leads with 19 seconds left in the half. All right. I got to catch my breath after that, but I did catch you up on every single game taking place in the early window of matchups. And yeah, a lot of intriguing score lines, really. And in this game that I'm calling here, between the Saints and Patriots, I've been pretty impressed by Jameis Winston. 10 completions on 15 attempts, 99 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and he seemed really composed in the pocket. And, of course, that first half from Winston highlighted by his incredible touchdown pass late on in the first half to make it a 14-0 game or rather a 14-3 game, I should say. And or no, yeah, it did make it a 14-0 game at the time. That's right. And then Nick Folk would convert a field goal later in the half to make it 14-3. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I've certainly been underwhelmed by the Patriots. Their defense has been all right. Their offense is what will need to step up in the second half. I'll talk about that more after a quick break. A reminder that later on at 4:25 Eastern Time, 1:25 Pacific, it'll be the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the 2-0 Los Angeles Rams from SoFi Stadium. Great day for Eli Manning as he was celebrated by the New York Giants fans in East Rutherford. A great day of football throughout the country. I'm back with more on the Halftime Report next. Welcome back, everybody. After the early games, it's arguably the best game of the weekend. Buccaneers out west to take on the Rams, and what I think could very well be an NFC Conference Championship preview. That's at 4:25 Eastern Time, 1:25 Pacific. The Seahawks also taking on the Vikings. Two intriguing matchups in the NFC. Coming up shortly, it's back out to Gillette Stadium for the second half of the Saints Patriots. Stay right where you are. Welcome back to the halftime report and a special moment for the Patriots legend, Julian Edelman, being celebrated by the Patriots fans this afternoon. One of my all-time favorite Patriots players, and a wonderful presentation taking place for him at halftime in front of the 65,000 fans in attendance. After the break, it's second half action. The Patriots will get the ball. They trail by 11 heading into the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to start the second half from Foxborough, Massachusetts. Second home game this season for the New England Patriots after they hosted the Dolphins in a 1-point loss in week 1. They bounced back with a convincing win over the Jets last weekend. And now back home, really being outplayed by the Saints in almost every aspect. Look at the rush yards, 79-21 New Orleans. New England does have 100 pass yards compared to 87 for the Saints. Total yards, 166 to 121 in New Orleans' favor. 11 first downs for the Saints, 5 for New England on the other hand. Aldrick Rosas will kick it Brandon Bolden's way to get this third quarter started. And off we go in the second half of action. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Hope you guys are enjoying this afternoon's broadcast. Both teams 1-1. Of course, this year in the intra-conference matchups, the AFC East taking on the NFC South. Of course, now with a 17-game schedule, you also have that one other intra-conference game now. Patriots will play the Cowboys later on in the season. That's a nice pass, but picked off by the Saints. and returned down the sideline. Walking into the end zone is Marshawn Lattimore. Or Malcolm Jenkins it is. I beg your pardon. And it's a nightmare start. 9 seconds into the half. And on the first play of the half, Jonnu Smith has a really, well, I wouldn't say a really good pass, but a fine pass by Mac Jones. Bobbled, and then there to scoop in and pull off the pick six was Malcolm Jenkins, 20-3. And now at the extra point converted by Rosas, 21-3. Jonnu Smith reaching out to try to make the catch and bobbled about 3 or 4 times. And Malcolm Jenkins saying, "Thank you very much," there for the interception. And my goodness, it's a horrible start to this third quarter for New England. I mean, Smith was wide open and it hit off his hands. It was not Mac Jones' fault, in my opinion there. Jonnu Smith just can't afford to let that ball get away. (21-3) now the score. Malcolm Jenkins, the former Philadelphia Eagle. And that's the second turnover, both interceptions today for the Patriots. Rosas will try to reset the ball. The wind knocked it over the holder. And now how does New England respond? I was talking about how it was an advantage that the Patriots would get the ball to start the second half. Well, throw that away because the Saints have a pick six on the first play of the half. They'll try it out again. Now trailing by 18 points. Just 9 seconds gone here in this third quarter. Patriots, just like last drive, will start from the 25. 2 receivers to the left. Damian Harris in the backfield. It's a toss back to Harris. Harris cutting back to the middle, but he'll only get a yard as he was stuffed by Cameron Jordan. Helped out as well by Shy Tuttle. And now Tuttle is on a knee. It looks like he came out injured. He'll be attended to by the athletic trainers. And how does New England get back into this game? That's the question. Tuttle will be able to jog off to the sideline. It looks like it's maybe a right shoulder injury. A little bit shaken up. Doesn't appear to be something too serious, but obviously you don't want to make assumptions. Now it's J.J. Taylor in the backfield. Jones is going to throw. The catch by Henry made it the 31. And Pete Werner makes the immediate tackle. It was actually caught the 29. So 3rd down and 6 for New England, trying to avoid yet another 3 and out. There have been too many of them this afternoon. So here's 3rd and 6. Smith in motion, and he drops the pass. Incomplete. And another punt upcoming for New England. Smith was running towards the middle, and that's just a bad drop. Jonnu Smith is having one rough start to the second half. So Jake Bailey out to punt. Not the way that drive Not the way the Patriots wanted that drive to go, I should say, as that ball bounces a couple of times, ultimately landing out of bounds. It's all New Orleans. They're owning Foxborough so far. 21-3 they lead, and they'll get the football right after this. 13:35 left in quarter three. Miscues today have been the story for both teams, in fact. The Saints have missed 2 field goals. Patriots had a punt blocked, and Mac Jones throwing 2 interceptions. The Saints up 21-3, and they'll start this drive from the 30. Kamara, an explosive run for a 7-yard gain. But yeah, the offensive miscues from New England have just been devastating. And for a while there, it was a 1-score game. It was 7-0 for a long time. And then the Saints made it a 2-score game. And well, now a 3-score game. And the Patriots with a big mountain to climb. Kamara, first down, 4-yard pickup down the middle. And New Orleans just in complete control of this game. 15 carries now for Kamara on the day. And really no reason for the Saints to run any risky plays. Winston's going to line up as a receiver here. And Taysom Hill is the one under center. He has Kamara to his right. It's handed off, but Kamara gets nowhere. A loss of yardage on the play. Bit of a trick play. Not doing anything for the Saints. 2nd down and 11. The Patriots in desperate need of forcing the Saints to punt away on this drive. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter of play. Sunny afternoon in Foxborough. The ball in the 41 of the Saints. Winston dropping back, scrambling to his right. Pump faking on the pass. Winston still trying to find a receiver. And that's low and incomplete. A flag now down as Winston bought a whole lot of time while the pressure arrived from the Patriots. John Hussey, the lead official today. Here's the call. Okay. So apparently there's no penalty. They'll pick up the flag as Winston was zigzagging and trying to make a play. Ultimately, the incomplete pass brings up 3rd and long. 11:35 left in the third quarter. The New Orleans Saints with a commanding 18-point advantage. Winston has time over the middle, completes a pass, but not getting the first down. Is Callaway pushed out by J.C. Jackson, about 3 yards short, maybe even 2, right at about midfield. It looked for a moment like Callaway was going to get it. It's great work. The right arm of J.C. Jackson just so strong, able to force him out. And the Saints are keeping their offense out there. They actually placed him just a yard short. Hill steps up to the line, and now a flag is thrown. Both teams pointing fingers at each other. And who is the penalty against? A pivotal call here. It's on the offense. Sean Payton not pleased, but the Saints' false start is against against New Orleans here. It was against Throckmorton. And now it'll be 4th and 6. Looked like Godshaw might have first jumped off sides. I'm not so sure, but in the end, the Patriots get the call to go their way, and it'll be a punt for the Saints. No other choice at this stage. So ready to deliver the punt is Blake Gillikin. It's up and away. And Olszewski has to adjust, but that ball well beyond him. And it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. 10:37 remaining in the third quarter, 21-3 New Orleans. The Patriots offense, well, it's now or never for them. I'll be right back. Welcome back. 21-3 Saints on top of the Patriots. Been a quiet day for Mac Jones, but let's see if he can change that around here. And what a run this is. J.J. Taylor leaping through a couple of tackles and picking up about 18 yards. However, a flag is down, and could this be coming back for New England? It will. Well, it turned out to be 2 holding penalties against the Patriots. The one that was enforced was the penalty against David Andrews. Where did they all go, Gabriel? You mean our viewers? I don't know. They maybe went to have lunch or something. I'm not sure. First down and 20 coming up for New England as the 10-yard penalty moves them back to the 10. Jones looking over the middle, connects with Myers, who spins around and lunges to the 20. Tackle there by Gardner Johnson. Second down and 10, 5 minutes into the third quarter. That was the 4th reception for Myers. 41 yards on the day. So you're second and 10. Jones looking over the middle, and that's caught by Bourne. He's just a couple yards short of that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. Any bets? Not literal bets, but no, not really, Gabriel. But I'm hoping for a Patriots comeback. I'm really hoping. But we'll see. Here's 3rd and 2. Jones, plenty of time. That's complete. Wide open was Jakobi Meyers. And he's tackled at the 45 of New Orleans. How about that play call? The deep pass on 3rd and short. Great separation picked up by Myers. He blew by Gardner Johnson, and the Patriots on the move into New Orleans territory. Jonnu Smith motions left. It's a flip back to J.J. Taylor, and Taylor absorbs a hard hit by Adebo. Adebo and Taylor actually faced off in college. J.J. Taylor played at Arizona, Adebo at Stanford, and that was a big-time hit. Short gain on the play for Taylor. 2nd and 7. Taylor appears to be all right. About midway through the third quarter now. 4 wide for New England. 3 on the right side. Jones looking that way. The throw is caught. And Jakobi Meyers taken down a yard short of the first down. The tackle by Demario Davis. So another 3rd and short on the way for New England. J.J. Taylor in his 2nd season, standing at 5'6", 185 pounds. He'll head to the sideline for this next play. 3rd down and 1. Jones will run it himself, and he has a first down. Helped out by the offensive line, and the Patriots extend the drive. Well, this is a drive that they essentially have to get into the end zone. Taylor back into the game for the Patriots. He's standing to the left of Jones in the backfield. 2 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Aguilar in motion. And now Jones dropping back in the pocket. He's going to air it to the end zone, but it's short of Aguilar. Bit of miscommunication on the play, it appeared. And now it's 2nd and 10. Yeah, Aguilar had his man beat, but it was played over the wrong shoulder. Aguilar was expecting it over his left shoulder. Jones threw it over his right. And big hit absorbed by Mac Jones from Granderson right after he released that pass. So Aguilar will sit out this next play. Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, 4 wide for New England. Make it 5 wide. Jones steps into a throw, and the catch made at the 25 by Hunter Henry. He fell down while making the catch, and here's another 3rd and short. Under pressure, Jones has been sacked once, 7 hits, 15 hurries. And the rookie quarterback well aware of how pivotal this drive right here is. Jones once again will run it ahead and charges forward for a Patriots first down. That's beautiful execution. First and 10 for New England. This is a lengthy drive here for the Patriots, but the time, while, a factor, no doubt, not a huge concern just yet for the Patriots. Their primary concern is getting into the end zone here. They have the ball at the 23 of the Saints. Jones going to the left sideline, a diving catch made by Taylor. And then as he tried to get back up, knocked down by Malcolm Jenkins. This was interesting because Taylor was down and the Saints are waiting for him to get back up. I guess take a little bit more time off that clock. Perhaps some smart thinking by Marshawn Lattimore. Here's 2nd and 6 after that 4-yard completion. 5 wide. It's a pass play without a doubt. Jones under pressure, but he completes underneath. That's Jacoby Myers with the catch at the 16. His 7th reception, 3rd down and 2. What a drive this has been for the Patriots offense. Still haven't been into the end zone this afternoon. The current drive, 11 plays, 65 yards, approaching 7 minutes. The ball actually placed at the 15. Brandon Bolden is in the backfield. Jones will throw the catch by Aguilar, and he has a first down. Debo takes him down at the 11. And that's another 3rd down and short, executed perfectly by the Patriots offense. The clock continues to roll. That's the 2nd catch for Aguilar. Bourne in motion. It's a fake handoff. Tossed back to Bolden. Bolden looking for a hole. Won't find one. Brought down by Jenkins at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Bolden. James White, by the way, is not returning in this game. He sustained that knee injury back in the first quarter. And that's why Bolden is out there a lot more. 13 plays, 69 yards, 8 minutes this drive from New England. It'd be a shame if they didn't finish it off with a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Bolden gets it, but can't get away from a tackle. That's Cameron Jordan, and a loss of yardage for the Patriots. 3rd and 11. Yeah, Jordan just stood up Jonnu Smith. That's how he was able to get to Brandon Bolden rather easily. And it looks like we either have a timeout called or an injured player because the clock has been stopped. Either way, we'll take the timeout. 2:27 left in the third, and a big third down next for New England. Welcome back. This drive, Mac Jones, 8 of 9 for 73 yards, a completely different quarterback than the one we've seen prior to this drive throughout the game. Those third down and 11 coming up. Apparently, that was an injury timeout because, according to the scoreboard, still 3 timeouts remain for both teams. Not sure who the injured player was. 14 plays, 68 yards this drive, closing in on 8.5 minutes. Here we go on 3rd and 11. Jones has time. Pass caught in the backfield, but Smith tackled at the 7-yard line. Maybe the 8. And it's now 4th and 7. It was P.J. Williams making the stop. And does New England attempt a field goal or do they go for it? I would expect a field goal to make it a 2-possession game, and that's what they're going to do. So Nick Folk on the day 1 for 1. His first attempt was converted from 45 yards, and this now a Church chip shot from 26 yards out. And indeed, a line drive right down the middle as Nick Folk has accounted for all 6 Patriots points. Still a large lead for the Saints, but the Patriots with that field goal do make it a 2-possession game, the lead 15. Well, it's been a long road home, hasn't it? August 28th, the Saints evacuated to Dallas due to the hurricane. Week 1, they hosted the Packers in Jacksonville. Then they returned to Dallas. Week 2, they were at Carolina. They were then returned to Dallas for practice. And now week 3, up in New England in Foxborough. And then tonight, they'll finally return home to New Orleans. So, yeah, just about a month exactly that they've been away from home. Dallas has been their temporary home. And if the Saints can come out of this month-long venture away from home with a 2-1 record, I don't think many New Orleans fans would be complaining. Still a long way to go in this one, though. 1:32 remaining in the third, and simply put, the Patriots defense will have to make some stops at this stage. Any more points allowed by New England, and it could be out of reach. So Bailey kicks off. And that's a dribbler into the sideline. Wow, that rolled out of bounds at the 1 yard line. And that's a costly mistake by Jake Bailey. I thought it was surely going into the end zone for a touchback, but no. That kickoff lands out of bounds, which means the Saints will start from the 40-yard line. And Bill Belichick will be extremely unhappy about that. Wow. That's the kind of mistake that you just can't afford if you're the Patriots. And so here we go from the 40-yard line. The Saints are ready to start the drive. Motion out left is Deontay Harris. Winston looking that way. Now realizes he's in trouble, spins out of a tackle, and now taken down from behind. That's Christian Barmore making the play at the line of scrimmage. And they'll actually give Winston a yard as his momentum was bringing him forward. 2nd down and 9. Under a minute left in the 3rd quarter now. Hand it off to Kamara. He has nowhere to escape. Loss of yards. Kyle Duggar saying hello to Kamara. 3rd and 11. And this Patriots defense so far up to the task. Kamara just trying to sneak through a gap in the middle, but couldn't. That was the 17th carry of the game for Kamara, 63 yards. This crowd is loud at Gillette Stadium. 3rd and 11. Winston looking to throw, running out of time. The pass is deflected and drops incomplete. Chase Winovich got to Winston and forced him to throw it out. And the Saints will go 3 and out here. The Patriots defense makes a crucial stop. Winston had Winovich had Winston's leg strapped. And Winston had to force it out. Here's the punt from Gillikin. Good looking punt. Backing up is Olszewski. He'll return from the 5. Looking for a couple of good blocks. He gets out wide and takes a big hit at the 23. And some words exchanged afterwards as Bond brought down Olszewski. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Patriots down 15 with the football. Thanks, Michael, for tuning in. Yeah, well, let's see how this 4th quarter plays out, man. We'll see. As the Patriots have much work to do, their offense needs to get going. 21-6, they trail. 4th quarter is next. Welcome back in, everybody. Julian Edelman was celebrated at the half. A great ceremony for him, and now he's up in Robert Kraft's suite watching the game with Robert Kraft, Jonathan Kraft, the owners of the Patriots. Obviously, an incredible career for Edelman with the Patriots. Here's Jones, plenty of time, and the throw incomplete to Aguilar. And Lattimore may have gotten a slight touch to that football. We're underway in the fourth quarter, and let me just fix the scoreboard here. I apologize for that. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of the broadcast. There we go. All set now is Marshawn Lattimore this season. 3 tackles, 1 pass defensed. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Jones surveying, now launching and completing. That's an 11-yard reception for Kendrick Bourne, who's had somewhat of a quiet day. Jones now 21 of 34, 196 yards, but those 2 interceptions, the big reason why the Patriots trailed 21-6 and haven't scored a touchdown. 5 wide for the Patriots, no running back. Jones now looking left. The short pass is somehow caught. Jacoby Myers was really in a battle with Garner Johnson, and that was a 50-50 pass. Could have been picked off, but nice job by Myers to keep concentration. 2nd and 5. Jones backing up in the pocket, spinning around, and down he goes. It's a bad sack to take in that spot. Tano Passignon, the defensive end, making the play. Thank you so much, Dragon Space. I'm just seeing your comment now. I appreciate that. Yeah, as you say, it's been a rough game. It's been a rough game, especially for Patriots fans like myself. But yeah, even for the neutral, it hasn't been that exciting. But thank you so much for hitting the like button and subscribing. Much appreciated. 3rd and 19. Jones is going to run with it, and he's clipped by the ankle. The play by Cameron Jordan, and that'll bring up 4th and long. Good speed by Cameron Jordan there. And Jones was really in a hopeless position running with that football and having to carry so many yards. So on 4th and 13, the Patriots forced to punt. Bailey does so. This one veering off to the right, and it takes a skip into the end zone for a touchback. 12:38 left in this game. The Saints in firm control. They had the ball again, leading by 15. The Patriots just still not getting going on offense. I'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back in, everybody. So Jameis Winston has had a solid afternoon thus far. 12:38 to play in this game, and it's a 21-6 lead for the Saints. They have the ball. 12:38 left, and Kamara will carry this one a yard forward. Week 1 against Green Bay, Winston was superb. 70% completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 130.8 rating. Week 2 at Carolina, though, was the exact opposite. Just a 50% completion percentage, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, just a 26.9 quarterback rating. This performance probably balances those two out, quite frankly. On 2nd and 9, it's a toss back to Kamara. Kamara looking for a second gear, but no room down the left sideline, and that's a substantial loss on the play as it sets up 3rd down and long. In fact, it'll be 3rd and 12 coming up for the Saints. A 3-yard loss there for Kamara. That was the 19th carry for Kamara. And now what do they do here on 3rd and 12? They're 4 for 10 on 3rd down this afternoon. Winston under pressure. Judon's coming, and down goes Winston. It was actually Juwan. No, it was Judon. Yes, it was. It was Judon making the play. A huge sack for this Patriots defense. And the Saints will have to punt as they go 3 and out. And that's exactly what New England needed to happen. Great job by Judon. And now this punt from Blake Gillikin will come from essentially the goal line. The Patriots can get in real good field position here as this punt carries to the 45 of the Patriots. And look at this, Olszewski with the 11-yard return to the New Orleans 44. Well, all hope is not lost just yet for New England. The defense keeping them in it. 10:28 left. New Orleans still winning by 15, but the Patriots will start the drive in New Orleans' half of the field. Welcome back, everybody. 10:28 to play. Thanks so much for tuning in this Sunday afternoon. The Patriots down 21-6, but they do start this drive from the New Orleans 44 after the defense came up big for the Patriots. See what Mac Jones can do here on this drive. Jones deep down the left sideline, but he overthrows Kendrick Bourne. Second down and 10. Been a couple of those deep balls that have looked promising from Jones, but more times than not, it's been an overthrow on those type of passes deep down the sideline, and even in the middle of the field. Here we go on 2nd and 10. 4 wide, 3 to the left. Jones is looking to his right, and that throw is caught. Hauled in by Aguilar, but a flag is down. And who will it be against? Let's find out. Every penalty crucial at this stage, and it is against New Orleans. Debo called for pass interference, so the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. And a first down for New England. And, well, the foul occurred right around where the catch was made anyways. Hello, Shauna. Welcome in. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much as the Patriots are in the midst of a crucial drive. 1st and 10 from the 34. Jones escaping the pressure, taking off through the middle, and he takes advantage of the hole, sliding to the 21. It's a first down for the Patriots. As Jones has to quickly adjust his knee brace here. He's actually just going to take it off. Jones has been wearing that knee brace all game long, and on his slide, it got unstrapped. So Brian Hoyer, the backup quarterback, helps take care of that and getting it off the field. Here we go on 1st and 10. This is a lob down the sideline, caught in stride. Kendrick Bourne, is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Patriots! A dime by Mac Jones, and a great effort by Bourne to stay in bounds as he was tiptoeing the sideline. And it's 21-12. The Patriots still alive here in front of their home crowd. Great pass by Bourne, and yeah, it looked like he stayed in bounds and then extending the ball across the goal line. That is wonderful footwork by Bourne to stay in bounds, and it's a Patriots touchdown. Now the point after try, which is a crucial one from Nick Folk, and he converts. It is a one possession game just like that. 21-13. It took a while, but New England has finally found the end zone 50 minutes into the game. 9:22 left. It's 21-13. New Orleans leading by 8. And yeah, maybe you did speak a little bit too soon, Dragon Space. Perhaps an exciting ending coming up, as we'll see what the Saints offense can do next. Don't go anywhere, because this is an exciting game just like that. Welcome back. That scoring drive, just 4 plays, 44 yards, 66 seconds. Kendrick Bourne with the 22-yard touchdown catch. It was the only completion of the drive. And, well, it was a big one, to say the least, as Jake Bailey kicks one into the back of the end zone for a touchback. 9:22 still to play, so still plenty of time left in this one. And the Saints offense, the last couple of drives have quieted down thanks to a couple of big defensive plays by this New England team. And now the momentum shifting the Patriots' way for really the first time all game long. And so here we go. The Saints will begin from their own 25. Jameis Winston dropping back. Great protection, buying time, and a line drive throw lands at the feet of Callaway. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Well, the last 3 possessions, as mentioned, have not really been long at all for the New Orleans Saints. 5 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt. So we'll see if they can change that, turn that around, I should say, or if this New England defense will continue to make stops. Kamara motions right as a receiver. It's Taysom Hill under center. Hill's going to run with it. And the Patriots defense does well, stuffing him after only 2 yards gained on the play. It was Godshaw with the stop, the signing from Miami. It almost seems like the Saints offense are running out of ideas. Gillette Stadium is rocking right now. Here's 3rd and 7 for the Saints. Winston ready to take the snap. Kamara to his right, and now the whistles come flying in as New Orleans call a timeout. The first taken by either team in the second half. 8:31 left now in regulation. So a chance here for New Orleans to regroup. As Mac Jones continues to stay loose on the New England sideline. And credit has to be given to this Patriots defense. They've really stepped up. If it wasn't for them, the Patriots wouldn't be in this game still, because the Patriots defense on multiple occasions kept this a 2-score game. Of course, New Orleans led by 3 scores at one point. And this Patriots defense feeding off the crowd. Here we go on 3rd and 7 out of the New Orleans timeout. From the 28, Winston dropping back. He's going to throw out wide. The catch is made. First down, New Orleans. Deontay Harris making the catch, and that quiets down the crowd rather quickly. It's a big 3rd down conversion, as perhaps it was a lack of communication. Jalen Mills was beat. Eventually able to push Harris out of bounds, but only after the catch was made. 1st and 10 at the 40. New Orleans extends the drive, and it's Hill this time under center, handing it off, and what a pounding run that was. Kamara picks up 11 and moves the ball across midfield. Patriots need to keep the Saints out of field goal range. See, Judon was trying to strip that ball out, as was Dante Hightower. Ball protection, so crucial for the Saints when running the ball. Kamara with a nice job of protecting that ball. And now the New Orleans Saints into New England's half. 1st and 10, handoff to Kamara. He runs up the right side, and that'll be 3 yards picked up Second down and 7. Kamara with 75 rush yards, 29 receiving yards, 104 total, and a touchdown. It looks like he's a little bit gassed, so he'll step out this play. Second down and 7. Ball in the 46 of New England, and the Saints using as much of that play clock as they can. Winston throwing to the left sideline. Catch made, and scurrying out of bounds was Harris. We'll see where they mark him. Is that enough for a first down? Yes, it is. Well, a big first down for New Orleans right there. Harris with his third catch today. New England still have all timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Once again, Taysom Hill serving as the quarterback here. Winston lined up as a receiver, far left. Hill's going to keep it. Has great protection. Hill's breaking free. Eventually tripped up inside the 25, I should say. And that's exactly why they use Hill in that type of situation. He found a hole and took off. He hurdled Devin McCourty as well. What an athletic play by the do-it-all quarterback, Taysom Hill. Van Noy eventually tackling Hill. It's the Saints now who are well into field goal range at this point. 4 carries for Hill, and he's staying in there as quarterback. This time it's handed off. Kamara out left. His momentum brings him to the 19. A reminder that coming up next, it will be the Buccaneers and the Rams in America's Game of the Week, a battle of 2 undefeated teams in the NFC. Should be a good one from SoFi Stadium. Tom Brady's first ever game at SoFi Stadium as well. How about that? 2nd and 4. Of course, it's just the second season SoFi Stadium since it's opened, as Kamara will run it. And does he extend forward for the first down? I'm not sure he did. Yeah, they'll put it inches short. Fourth and, it'll be for the Saints. They're keeping this rhythm going. It'll be 3rd and inches as they break the huddle. Winston back under center, and he keeps it and runs forward for a first down. They move the chains. 1st and 10, and the time continues to tick away as well. The current drive, 10 plays, 61 yards, 6 minutes and counting. It's looking more and more hopeless for the Patriots. At this stage, they pretty much need a turnover. They need some type of big play to force a turnover. We'll see what they can do. Kamara in the backfield. He'll get it. And Kamara with a nice run down the middle to set up 2nd and medium. And now it looks like Bill Belichick will use his first time out, as it'll be 2nd down and 5. 2:50 to go. The 2nd and 5 coming up. 2 timeouts now remaining for the Patriots. An antsy crowd inside Gillette Stadium. Have to think New Orleans will just keep running the ball. No need to run risks, and they can just keep on running the clock if they do run it. Taysom Hill back under center. Hill looking for protection, but before the play can take place, we have a whistle. Timeout called by the Saints, in fact. So the second timeout used this half by Sean Payton and New Orleans. They have one remaining. Second and 5. Well, they run the same play where Hill is just going to run it up the gut, and that offensive line will try to get him every yard he can. Let's see. It looks like it. Hill. Oh, he's going to throw. He's looking to throw. He's rolling right. Now going to keep it, running down the sideline. He extends out. Does he get the first down? Let's see where they put it. Well, Sean Payton used that timeout for a reason because it looked like the exact same play call as they were going to run initially. But then Hill was looking to throw for the end zone. Patriots did good in their secondary downfield to defend the pass, but then Hill took off down the sideline for a substantial gain. And they did give him the first down. Wow, first and goal for the Saints. The one positive for the Patriots is that Hill landed out of bounds to stop the clock. 2:41 to go. Hill's going to run, and into the end zone he goes. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. And surely that will clinch the win for the Saints here, and as they take a 27-13 lead with 2:37 to go. And after 3 consecutive punts, the Saints, in a crucial drive, reclaim a 2-possession lead. All touchdowns today for New Orleans. That one being their 4th of the afternoon. And now Aldrick Rosas with a line drive. Extra point converted to make it a 15-point game once more. 28-13. And how about Taysom Hill? That drive, 13 plays, 75 yards, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Capped off by the 4-yard touchdown run by Taysom Hill. He ran the ball 4 times that drive for 24 yards, Taysom Hill. He's all smiles. New Orleans all smiles. As it seems like they'll once again go back above 500 and improve to 2-1 this season. The Patriots truly needing a miracle now. The Patriots, since 2000, a 107-8 record at home with a positive turnover differential. And tonight, that turnover differential has been negative. Those 2 interceptions proving costly. That'll be a touchback. And now a couple of risks will need to be taken. In the last 3 drives, Jones has improved significantly, going 11 of 14, 115 yards and a touchdown. 3 rushes as well for first downs. But it may not be enough when all is said and done after a poor first half. All right, here we go. The Patriots drive starts from the 25. Jones dropping back, now stepping up. Short pass, bobbled but caught. That's Hunter Henry for a 9-yard reception. New England will hurry it up. They still have 2 timeouts left. Not using one just yet. Still have the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Jones stepping into the throw. Deep downfield. Incomplete. Diving effort by Nelson Aguilar. Just beyond his reach. It's now 3rd down and 1. The clock stopped with 2:11 left. Oh, man, it was so close. A really, really close one. And so here comes 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, really, but that doesn't matter. The Patriots need more than just the first down here. Jones over the middle, complete to Bourne. He's knocked down at the 43. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So after the break, the Patriots drive will continue. They had momentum on their side after the Kendrick Bourne touchdown catch, but the Saints responded quite well with a touchdown of their own. It's a 15-point game. The final 2 minutes from Foxborough after this. Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the final 2 minutes of this one. In this quarter, the Saints have had the ball for 9 minutes, the Patriots for 4 minutes. 16 plays for the Saints, 67 yards. 10 plays for the Patriots, 63 yards. Here we go. The New England drive continues, trailing by 15 from their own 44. Jones going to launch deep down the sideline. Off the mark for Kendrick Bourne. 2nd and 10, 1:54 remaining. Both of these teams 1-1 entering the day. Second and 10. Jones, short pass, caught in the backfield and tripped up was Brandon Bolden. He lands inbounds as Malcolm Jenkins made the play. So the clock continues to tick down. 4 wide for New England. Jones running out of time. The throw is caught. Bolden on the turn will be brought out of bounds a yard shy of the first down. Once again, It was Malcolm Jenkins making the play. And I will be bringing you bonus coverage next. We'll be heading out to MetLife, where Atlanta and the New York Giants are tied at 14 apiece with a minute 22 left in regulation. So that will be some bonus coverage for you next, as Jones, with the quarterback sneak, obtains the first down. And now will the Patriots use a timeout? Yes, they will. They use their second timeout here. .121 left in regulation. New England now with one timeout left, and here we go. 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 44. Jones, plenty of time, great protection. He's going way downfield, but it's over the hands of Jacoby Myers and incomplete. For the Saints, well, they've got the Giants at home next weekend, then they're at Washington. Then they got a bye week and then two tough matchups at Seattle and then home against the Buccaneers. Second down and 10 now with a minute 14 left. Jones, screen pass, and that is getting Damian Harris nowhere. In fact, he loses about 4 yards. For the Patriots, well, they host the Buccaneers Sunday night next in 7 days' time. Then they're at Houston, home against Dallas, home against the Jets, and then at the LA Chargers. 3rd and 14. Jones underneath finds Myers, but he tried to make a move, couldn't get by Jenkins. Fourth down and 5, and the final timeout used by the Patriots with 41 seconds left. Well, the percentage to make playoffs since 1990 for teams that started 2-1, well, 54%. For teams that start 1-2, just 25%. So even though there's still a long, long way to go this season, starting 2-1 gives you a much better shot at making the postseason than 1-2. And, you would think that's the case, but those percentages are drastically different. 54% compared to just 25%. On 4th and 5, Jones completes to Bolden. That pass was bobbled a few times, but Brandon Bolden able to make the catch, and he gets out of bounds with 34 seconds left. He bobbled that one about 3 or 4 times. And that was taken to the 25-yard line of the Saints. 3rd reception for Bolden. Now Jones in the shotgun, stepping forward, throwing to the end zone. That's incomplete. Aguilar, the intended receiver. 28 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 25. Jones going over to his left, and that pass is batted down. Great defensive play. Bolden trying to receive that pass, but getting a left hand out there to bat it down was none other than a guy who's been making plays all day long, Demario Davis. Looked like Jones, after taking a hit following the release of that pass, was in a little bit of pain, shaking off his hand. 3rd and 10 Jones slips through, delivers a throw over the middle, and that's incomplete. That was thrown into a bunch of traffic. 15 seconds left now. Yep, that ball certainly hit the ground. The Saints claiming that it was picked off by Marshon Lattimore. Not quite. Fourth down and 10. Jones backing up, throwing, and it's picked off. This is an interception for the aforementioned Marshon Lattimore, and he'll give himself up at the 24-yard line, and that will cap off a road win for the New Orleans Saints against the New England Patriots. 5 seconds left. It's interception number 3 for Mac Jones, the rookie quarterback. Not pleased with himself as he walks over to the sideline. Yeah, that was way off the mark, that throw. So Winston takes a knee, and this game is over. The New Orleans Saints come into New England and defeat the New England Patriots by a score of 28-13. It's a harsh reality check for the rookie quarterback, Mac Jones. You're always going to have rough games in your rookie season. This was certainly one of those. A 15-point victory for the Saints on the road. Patriots dropped to 1-2. The Saints improved to 2-1. A reminder that coming up in just about 20 minutes' time, it'll be the Buccaneers at the Rams. Tom Brady in pursuit of his 8th Super Bowl. Rob Gronkowski, one of 2 tight ends in NFL history with 2+ receiving touchdowns in 3 straight games. Meanwhile, and on the other side, Matthew Stafford, 7th in the NFL with about 300 pass yards per game this season. On the other side of the ball for the Rams, Aaron Darnold leads the NFL with 86.5 sacks since 2014. Also taking place at the same time, the Seahawks at the Vikings. Russell Wilson, 597 pass yards this season. He goes head-to-head with Kirk Cousins. Well, that's coming up in about 20 minutes' time. Appreciate you guys for tuning in this afternoon. Before I sign off, I'll get you updated with all the action around the league. Bears, Browns from Cleveland, Ohio, first off. And this was a solid performance from Cleveland. Kareem Hunt had a 29-yard touchdown run. And that would be one of a lot of big plays from this Browns offense. A rough day at the office for Justin Fields. Myles Garrett with a big sack, and 26-6 the final score of this one. 47 yards of total offense for the Bears. That's it. And Beckham, Odell Beckham that is, making his season debut, 77 yards. And the Browns with Beckham Jr., 12 of 12. Here were the thoughts of Myles Garrett following a statement win for Cleveland at home.
How was that able to work? Well, I mean, rushing coverage is working together. We were able to, confuse the young guy. Not much props to him for standing there, staying tough, and still trying to make plays throughout the stretch. But we were able to just make him hold the ball, and we're going to get there eventually. It was relentless pressure. Tell me about your defensive line, the new additions, of course, what you're able to do. I mean, that defensive line room must be off the chart. We finally showed it. The first and second game, we had, glimpses and moments. But, today was the first day we've been able to just, put it all on film for everybody to see. We got some hell of ball players here who are going to do a bit. We got some dogs. Where do you see this thing going if your defense continues to improve and play the way you did today? I think we'll be something special. The offense they were rolling, rushing the ball. They were making his throws. He was looking good. And we're getting off the field 3-and-outs. Once we can keep on playing off each other like that, the sky's the limit.
Sounds like it. Congratulations to you. Thank you, Miles.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, there are the thoughts of Myles Garrett following a victory for the Cleveland Browns. An easy victory for the Browns over the Chicago Bears at home. So a good win for them in a competitive division. And hope you guys enjoyed my coverage of the Saints Patriots. Just getting you caught up with some scores earlier. I promised bonus coverage of the Falcons Giants, but apparently we're not going to get it. I can check the score of that one before I sign off, just in case. Yeah, it looks like that game might have gone final. Let me double check that. Yeah, it has. So the Falcons actually ended up winning that one. So that's why there's no bonus coverage for that game. But yeah, so I think I'm going to sign off in a moment unless they show some more highlights to get you caught up on. But yeah, I usually like to do some bonus coverage at the end of a 1 o'clock game for some other games taking place, but most of them are finished up. So yeah, tough loss for the Patriots this afternoon, 28-13 the final score. It was just a sluggish start, and it extended beyond a sluggish start. It was the entire offense that had a rough day, and it was a rough first half overall. James White got injured. You hate to see that. Who knows how bad that injury is, as he was carted off. Marquez Callaway had that 7-yard touchdown reception in the back of the end zone as the Saints cruised to a 28-13 victory over the Patriots. It looked like maybe the Patriots were going to make it a game, but New Orleans said not so fast. All right, going over some more highlights. In Orchard Park, the Bills rolled to a 43-21 win over Washington. How about that? The Atlanta Falcons, meanwhile, taking on the New York Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as Eli Manning's number was retired at MetLife. And it would come down to a 40-yard field goal attempt for the Falcons to win it 17-14 as time expired. So the mood dampened a bit for Manning and the Giants as a whole, as Manning's celebration would be dampened by that Falcons field goal. Byron Murphy would have a 29-yard interception return for a touchdown for Arizona, as the Cardinals would beat the Jaguars 31-19. The Cardinals go to 3-0. The Jaguars drop to 0-3. It's a 3-0 start for the first time since 2015. Remember, the Cardinals won the NFC West title that season back in 2015. And here is what Kyler Murray had to say after an impressive victory. Byron Murphy, this is, in fact, actually. Here were his thoughts.
Get the call, play my role in that call. The ball's on the count, so when the ball came, I just had to make a play. And I told myself I had to make up for the last 2 games.
This was a really hard-fought battle. What do you guys take from this performance today back to Arizona to continue to build upon?
It's a team game. Everyone got to start fast. We got to start on the same page. When things go bad, we got to make sure we stick with each other as a team. Like I said, every single day, every single practice, every single game, we got to come out here and show everybody what we're about.
Everybody was yelling 3-0. That's 3 when you guys won this game. How important was it to start the season, especially considering what your next couple of weeks look like?
That's our standard, is to win every single game. We're not going to lower our standard for anything. So to be 3-0 is a blessing. We just got to make sure we get back go back to Arizona, get to work, and just keep it going.
Excellent. We look forward to it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There are the thoughts of Byron Murphy, who had that big pick 6 on Trevor Lawrence. Life not going too well for the Jaguars, but it's going very well for the Cardinals on the other hand. And apparently their defense had a big game, as I'll be back in a moment to wrap up the broadcast. All right, sorry about that. Just had to make a phone call, but yeah, just going around scores around the league in the early slate of games. Yeah, the Cardinals at 3-0. They're a team to watch out for, in my opinion. I think they have a great season ahead, and they're firing on all cylinders, both on offense and defense. They're looking real solid. Um, and yeah, in the division that they're in, a good start was needed, and that's exactly what they have with 3 wins in the first 3 weeks of the season. Well, back to the highlights. Chargers taking on the Chiefs. This was a must-see game. And how about the Chargers on the road with about half a minute left in the game? Justin Herbert completing a pass to Williams in the end zone. The Chargers moments ago beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead 30-24. Kansas City 1-2. What a horrible start for them, considering what the standards are. Jeremy McNichols, by the way, with a 10-yard touchdown reception for the Titans as Tennessee would beat Indianapolis 25-16. The Colts 0-3. Bengals taking on the Steelers at Heinz Field, and the Bengals would come to play. Joe Burrow not fooling around. He'd find his former college teammate Jamar Chase for a 34-yard touchdown reception. Cincinnati win 24-10 over Pittsburgh. Listen to this. The Bengals 2-1. Ravens, Lions. Devin Duvernay, a 19-yard touchdown reception in the first half. Now, the Lions would make this game very interesting. In fact, it would come down to a 66-yard field goal attempt, and it would bounce off the bottom. It would bounce off the crossbar and go in. Unbelievable. The Lions this close to a huge upset victory. But Baltimore pulled through with a 19-17 victory. I mean, hats off to the Lions for making a game out of it. But in the end, they fall just short, I should say. That's a devastating loss off the crossbar and in for the Ravens. A 66-yard field goal as time expired. Unreal scenes in Detroit, Michigan. And if that wasn't in a dome, I doubt that the Ravens would have converted that field goal. I doubt it. But hey, the Ravens pull through and get the victory. It's been a wild day of action. Some surprising results all around the league, and some great games getting underway just now as we speak. So yeah, just wanted to get you guys caught up on some of the big score lines around the league before I sign off. Unfortunately, it was a 28-13 loss for the Patriots against the Saints in the game I was on the call for. And next up for New England, of course, is Tampa Bay. So it only gets tougher next week against the Buccaneers, and that will be must-see. That'll be must-see. I will be on the call for that game between the Patriots and the Bucs, so definitely tune in for that one. You won't want to miss it. It is Sunday Night Football when Brady comes to town. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of fireworks. There's going to be a lot of fireworks for that one. And that's why I said earlier in the broadcast that this game here against the Saints, it just felt like, a must win, because you don't want to start the season 1-3. And while I'm not going to automatically put a loss on the schedule for that Tampa Bay game, it's going to be an uphill battle. I mean, the Buccaneers will be the heavy favorites, I have to think, against a New England team who are back below 500. It's now a 1-2 record for New England, and we'll see how it goes Sunday night, week from today at Gillette Stadium. Another home game. Tom Brady making his very first return to New England since leaving the Patriots after an unbelievable 20-year career with the Patriots, and of course winning a Super Bowl in his first year with the Buccaneers, and looking for an 8th. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady going head-to-head. Have at it. Give me some of that, because I think that'll be, a heck of a game. Get your popcorn out for that, because it will be a whole lot of fun And speaking of Tom Brady, he and the Buccaneers are getting ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams just under 7 minutes from kickoff of that one now at SoFi Stadium. Brady, one of 3 quarterbacks in NFL history with 4+ passing touchdowns in 4 straight games. Peyton Manning and Dan Marino, the other 2 to do such a thing. And on the other side, it'll be Matthew Stafford, who had 278 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception last week against the Colts. The Rams trying to take care of business at home. It'll be no easy feat against a fellow undefeated team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm really looking forward to that one. Of course, Cooper Kupp, prime target of Stafford. He's one of 2 wide receivers with 100+ receiving yards and a receiving touchdown in each of the opening 2 games of the season. So I won't be calling that one. I'll certainly be sitting back and enjoying it as a fan. But I could easily see that game being one that comes down to the wire in LA, as Brady plays his very first game there at SoFi Stadium, believe it or not. So kickoff of that one is minutes away now. Aaron Donald, I should say, of course, the key defensive figure, 3-time AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2017, 18, and 20. Defensive Player of the Year last week, deservedly so, as they're 5 minutes from kickoff in Los Angeles. Looking forward to it, but that will do it for my broadcast. A rough game for Mac Jones, 3 interceptions, but at the end of the day, it will be a game where he learns a lot and hopefully will build off of it going forward this season. And it won't get any easier against the Buccaneers next week for Mac Jones and the Patriots offense. And the defense looked solid at times, I believe. They did. The defense looked solid at times, but ultimately it wasn't enough, as the offense just couldn't click until later on in the second half, when ultimately it was too late, and the Patriots falling to 1-2 on the year against a New Orleans Saints team who, hey, they could possibly be a playoff team, 2-1 on the season. We'll see how the Saints go from here, but Jameis Winston not too shabby to open up his 2021 campaign as the starter. Well, Buccaneers at Rams is coming up next, a battle of 2 undefeated teams. But that will do it for myself. I am Samuel Reese, saying so long, everybody. The New Orleans Saints defeat the New England Patriots 28-13. Have a wonderful rest of your NFL Sunday, everybody.